Good morning, everyone. How are y'all doing today? Fantastic, I hope. You all are back in school now, huh? I bet you all are super excited to see y'all friends again. I hope y'all are wearing masks like me. It's for our own protection. I'm not trying to be the doctor. I can't say whether you're going to get it or not, but they advise it, and why don't we just make the wise choice? Find out what to do and do it. Let me take this off so you all can hear me a little bit better. So all month long we've been talking about wisdom. Yeah. We oftentimes have to make the wise choice over and over and over again. Because we just don't get just one choice to make and everything else goes peaches and cream. Everything else goes perfect from there. We oftentimes have to make a decision after decision after decision after decision. And if one decision is wrong, we can have consequences. Consequences that we really didn't want to have. Bad things could happen potentially. Or people can get hurt. Even we could get hurt. Yeah, we're going to keep digging for wisdom. But I decided to put my workout clothes on because do y'all remember why I had my workout clothes on months ago? What were we talking about? Think hard. Commitment. Yeah, commitment. Doing what you should. You know, even when you don't feel like it sometimes. Even when it gets tough. And that's how some decisions are. We have decision after decision after decision, and we have to have commitment. We've got to be committed to wisdom. Because we can't have wisdom with this decision, and then the next 3 decisions we don't want to consult wisdom. We want to be able to rely on wisdom for all decisions that we make. Why? Because wisdom comes from who? Who? Yeah, it comes from God. Y'all remember a memory verse? If any is lack wisdom, we should ask God. It gives to us generously, without finding fault. And when you ask, you gotta believe. Don't doubt. Don't not have faith, because you'll be like a boat on the sea, like blown and tossed back and forth. You'll say, I haven't, I don't, I did, don't know. Yeah. You can't expect to receive anything from God like that. Ask Him and believe. Give thanks for even the fact that He's giving you wisdom. The moment that you ask in your heart for it. As it says right there. He's not going, well, you should have asked me a long time ago, Edward. Or why are you asking me now after all this stuff? He doesn't. He gives us wisdom because He wants us to do what? He wants us to make the wise choice over and over and over again. He wants us to be committed to wisdom, committed to Him. Because all it takes is one wrong decision, and you kind of forget all about the wise decision that you made before. Yeah, we got to be committed to it. So, you all are back in school, you're seeing your friends, And it's been a while. It's been a while. You've been able to catch up about what happened and all kinds of things. Yeah, I did this and that. All of it. Guess what? How are you making decisions on who you're going to hang around? What if the person that you hung around 2 years ago, they don't act the same way they did before? Are you going to still spend that much time with them? It's a good question. I know it. I grew up with somebody, grew up with this person, him, her, and they're much different than I am today. Or I was 20 years ago. You know them, you wish the best for them, but that doesn't mean you want to hang out with them because you all don't do the same things anymore. They do things that are not pleasing to God, and you're not really willing to do that. You want to tell them what's right. That doesn't mean you make them your friends anymore. You gotta have yourself around wise people. Yeah, it becomes difficult. But let me ask you this. What if you don't? You hang around somebody that gets you in trouble. And you're getting in trouble. Or you get suspended or die, whatever it may be, whatever your punishment is, and you say, well, you told me. Well, I wouldn't have never done it if you didn't. No, you wouldn't have never done it if you didn't make him or her your friend. Because you would have found yourself around wise company. Yeah. That's what Solomon says. Check it out. You ever heard the saying, birds of a feather flock together? It's not that we're calling you all birds. It's not that we're calling you chickens. It's not that we're playing duck, duck, goose. It's the same type of people, same type of kids that like to do the same things. Not just basketball, not just ballet, but people that want to do right. It's not that you're going to always do right. No. But your intent is to do what God has asked us to do. It feels bad when you don't do it. You had this thing called godly sorrow. Those are the wise friends. Those are the people that you want to have your company around. Because guess what? When you make a mistake, they're not going to turn their head and say, hey, I didn't see her do that. I didn't see her steal that candy bar. They're going to tell me, well, put the candy bar back. You don't have to steal that. They're going to tell me, oh, did you do your homework? You know we got to turn it in tomorrow. They're going to tell me, did you bring your workout clothes? Your dress out clothes? You know we got to go to PE today. And me, I can't. You always trying to tell me something. You're not my boss, or you're not my mama, you're not my daddy. Nah. Friends. Wisdom. You want to have somebody to tell you when you're doing wrong. And that same encouragement comes when you're doing right. With the same tenacity of, put the candy bar back. Don't steal it. Good job, man. I like the way you helped her up, man, after she failed and dropped her books, man. That wisdom helps us to be able to put ourselves around other people that are wise. Other people that find out what to do and do it. So this week I got a story about somebody that sometimes you got to learn from people that don't do the right thing. You got to learn from people that do the right thing and say, well, those are instructions I want to follow. And the people that don't, they say, that's not what I want to do. I got a guy. He's a king, matter of fact. You wouldn't believe it. Yes. Solomon was the wisest man on earth. His father. You would think he made some wise choices, wouldn't you? Well, stay with me. You'll see the wrong and evil choices he made. And hopefully, you'll see it's good to be around good company. I'm back now. So this is actually coming from 2 Chronicles chapter 10. So y'all remember Solomon, right? Solomon was David's son. Solomon was the guy that God allowed to be able to build his temple. Solomon asked God for wisdom. And God was extremely pleased that Solomon asked him for wisdom. And God gave it to him. To the point that Solomon is still considered the wisest man to ever live. Well, Solomon had a son. Solomon's son was named Rehoboam. Now you remember, Solomon, he wrote about wisdom because he had so much of it. He wanted to embark it on so many people. Just because your big brother makes wise decisions or your big sister makes wise decisions, doesn't mean you're going to always make wise decisions. You got to do what? Find out what to do and do it. You can't just say, man, my big brother makes good decisions. Well, I'm just going to do it too. He always works out well for him. No. We got to make the wise choice. We got to be able to find out what to do and do it. So, Rehoboam says, I guess my dad gave me all this, so I'm going to be fine. It worked out much differently. So, Rehoboam, when he was given the kingdom, now mind you, Solomon, he had a huge kingdom. I mean huge. With the huge kingdom, he had people working. You know, he had a lot of stuff going on. I mean a lot. I mean all kinds of stuff being built. It says it in the book. Well, that stuff don't get built like twinkling your nose. You had to have people to work. So Solomon worked his people. I mean, worked them. But guess what? His son Rehoboam comes into power. And guess what happens? Now it's his turn to be king. So we can already know that Rehoboam didn't ask God for wisdom, even though it guided his father pretty well. Guess what he does? He's got a choice, because the people start crying out and saying, your father Solomon has worked us really hard. Ease up on us. Because, you know, they had rest on all sides, so they didn't have any wars or anything. This was all just for, you know, looks. Well, Rehoboam says, let's see what I'm going to do. So Rehoboam actually goes to some wise men. And guess what the wise men tell him? Wise men tell him, hey, your dad did very well. He built a great kingdom. Ease up on the people a little bit. Don't work them so hard. Rehoboam then go tell the people, hey, everything's going to be fine. I'm going to ease up on you. No. He didn't make the wise choice. He went to the people that were wise. But guess what he did? He went back to the lunch table. He went back to where the lockers are. He went into the bathroom. He went to the playground and talked to his friends the same way we did. And asked his friends. Now, mind you, here's his friends. My best friend now becomes king. The more the people work, the more stuff we'll have. The more I could ask him for something. Can you give me the new Jordans? Can you get me the new Beyonce? Can you give me the new? Can you? Yeah, that's how it was. They knew Rehoboam was king. So the harder he would work the people, the more they would get too. So guess what they said? So tell the people. You think your dad's thumb was tough on y'all? You think y'all's dad's forces of working y'all were real tough? He said, wait till y'all feel my pinky. He said, wait till y'all feel just how I wake up in the morning and want y'all to work. Yeah. So he's got the wise people, the older, the elders, the people that have been with Solomon, see how it works, study the scriptures, know what God says, and his friends. They got their own interests. Go ahead and do it. Push her down. Slap her back. Go ahead and do it. I'll watch. Yeah, them kind of people. They don't have your best interests at heart. They only care about how you're going to entertain them and how they're going to laugh at you when you get in trouble. So guess what happens? Guess who we wants to listen to? Wise men? The fools. The fools? Wise men. The wise elders, his friends, the fools. His friends, the fools, the wise elders. He got a 50-50 shot. Which one you think he took? Well, sadly to say, he went with just like we all did, our friends. Instead of listening to what our mom, our dad, our big sister, our big brother was telling us the right thing to do, they told us, don't do this. You're going to get in trouble. Sit down. I'm going to tell mama, don't do this at school. Don't do that at school. Instead of us listening to them and making the wise choice, because we found out what to do because somebody told us what to do. We just didn't want to do it. So we just got like Rehoboam. And guess what happens? Well, let me tell you, so you don't have to guess. So here's what happened. The people got tired. They said, we're working for nothing. We're doing so much work and we're not getting any benefit from it. So they actually split up and they became the northern kingdom. All the while Rehoboam and the other two kingdoms, the other two tribes, they stood as the southern kingdom. They're still divided even to this day. Somebody didn't want to find out what to do and do it. Didn't want to listen to wise counsel. Sad to say, we find ourselves they're saying, well, no, we don't have a kingdom, but we are a royal priesthood. We got a temple. Be committed to it. Make the wise choice. Find yourself some wise friends. Don't hang around fools. Don't hang around people that get you in trouble. Because those tears don't stop their belt. Those tears don't stop the punishment. Make the wise choice so you don't have to worry about the tears. I love you all. Make the wise choice.